Welcome to Gridiron 816. We are your hosts. I'm Benny. We got Miles and David.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
Just ended week 5, going into week 6 of the NFL. Let's get into some news first. We actually finally have a week where there's more news than just injuries. First, Le'Veon Bell released from the New York Jets.
That is crazy, but not surprising at all.
David, you have to pull him up.
Oh yeah, let me get all those. So we all know that Le'Veon Bell did not have a great time in New York, but let's just listen to this. This is a tweet by @FieldD8. Le'Veon Bell's tenure with the Jets ends as such: 17 games played, 264 rushes. None of those rushes were longer than 19 yards. 0 100-yard rushing games. 4 total touchdowns. And he got paid $27 million for all that. And we did the math, and that's about 15 yards a game in those 17 games. 15 yards a game for $27 million.
That's a lot of shit in the bed for a lot of money.
Your boy finessed the Jets.
Really did.
I love it.
It's almost a scam.
I'm just not going to play.
The Jets, it's like he held out and then he got his paycheck and then it's like he held out again, but didn't have to because he just didn't really perform that well. I don't know.
Yeah, and we all know that he's kind of had attitude problems. I kind of find him comparable to Antonio Brown, and they were on the same team together.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Antonio Brown, but it obviously has that ego.
Well, yeah, he's not in it for the football. It's clear. It's not all. That's not all his game is playing football. So
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a very talented running back. He's so patient. He's probably the most patient running back I've ever seen. Meaning he'll just sit behind those blockers and literally just like wait behind an offensive lineman, and then bam, there's a bigger hole, and he's got it. But he just didn't have that good of a run here with the Jets, and even his final couple games with the Pittsburgh Steelers, they weren't very characteristic of the way I know he can run.
Right. And this other article I found made us laugh. The article is called "Le'Veon Bell Won't Fix the Run Game for the Kansas City Chiefs," and we just thought that was funny. I'm not calling out anybody, but
He won't fix our run game because we're not signing him.
Yeah, because we're not going to be...
We think we have more of an offensive line problem at the moment.
Exactly.
It's not just a question.
Like
It's not just a question of if we would sign him, but does our run game need fixed?
I don't think so. I mean, obviously we don't. We are obviously a passing team. I don't think anybody can tell you the Chiefs are a running football team.
Right.
We're not. With
Right.
Patrick Mahomes. So I don't think we should expect. I don't think we should expect a massive amount of the game to be on the ground. But I do think we can. There's always room for improvement.
Of course.
Right.
So, yes, we could run the ball more, but I don't think we need to sign anybody. I don't think there's a glaring problem with our run game. If anything, our run defense needs to be a little better, needs to step up in my mind. But, yeah, that article was kind of funny because I don't think he's going to help anybody's run game right now because he doesn't seem like he's in it to win it and not really performing either. Really funny stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, good luck to Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
Falcons. Their coach, Dan Quinn, and their general manager.
He's gone.
They are gone.
It's like, I don't know how you can recover. I think a lot of people have said this, even like the year after they lost that Super Bowl. You got to clean house after that. That's something that you can't recover from as an organization. You got to just almost scrap anew and start anew. And it's like,
right.
They have clearly not recovered, and it's a big problem. And they've blown some more leads in that time, and it seems like almost like the Bill O'Brien thing, a little long overdue.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, it seems a couple of years overdue for sure. Definitely all started with that Super Bowl 51 comeback from the Patriots. But yeah, I wish him luck. He's a great guy, Dan Quinn. I'm sure he will get another job, and that's probably exactly what he needs, just a fresh start.
Yeah, definitely. All right. One big injury this week. Dak Prescott out for what it can look like 2 seasons here.
Yeah, and then Jerry Jones said today that he should be good by May.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so scary.
Gruesome.
And sad.
Sad.
I've said it in the last couple episodes. I hate the Dallas Cowboys, but I don't wish any ill things upon
a person.
Right. And it's so scary and sad because he's a fantastic athlete.
Well,
he's a
they
great
were still able to win the game. Andy Dalton stepped in. I kind of forgot where he was. He was on that team.
I thought it was funny that
Yeah.
he got signed by the Cowboys. I think, it's funny. Jerry Jones likes redhead backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Garrett backing up Troy Aikman. Now he's got a redhead and Andy Dalton backing up.
Yeah.
Old Dak
So we'll see how they do. Right now they're leading the division, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But obviously we wish Dak would.
Oh, speedy.
Yeah.
I hope that's not the end of his football career because he's got some downs left to play.
I would have loved to see what he would have ended this season with in passing yards.
Oh, he would have annihilated everybody if he would have been able to play the full season.
Yeah.
All right, last thing I got here in the news, not huge, but obviously for us Chiefs fan, Alex Smith finally playing again. What a guy, it's just really great for him.
It's good to see it because it's what he wanted, but if for that, the average person, it's like, man, I don't know if I would do that. You almost lost your entire leg, and then now you get
your entire life.
You get the ability to walk, and then you want to test it again and go out and play NFL football where that can happen.
That offensive line needs to take care of him.
Yeah.
He
got sacked 6 times.
It's like every time he's like,
it's just so scary. And
I'm sure, and his family was there watching. I'm sure that was pretty hard. So, congratulations to him. Yeah. Hopefully he just gets the job.
I'm happy for him because it seems like that's really what he wanted. He wanted to come back to football. That was his goal. So I think I might.
And I don't think a lot of people thought he could do it. I didn't think he would ever
do it again either. So that's definitely a big news.
And we love Alex Smith in Kansas City.
100%.
I think everybody. I think Alex Smith holds a special place in everybody's heart.
He was our quarterback for the culture change, man.
Half a decade and all winning seasons, and he was great.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, we can't dodge it all episode. We have to approach this. The Chiefs lost to the Raiders this week.
Yeah.
Yes, we can't dodge or we can't.
Yes, we can.
Moving on to the next
That's
game.
it. That's all I'm saying. It sucks. We hate losing our first game of the year. We hate losing.
We haven't
to anybody,
lost
but
in
it sucks to lose.
It's been 11 months. It was like 11 months in one day since we last lost. It was my birthday of last year, and that was to the Tennessee Titans on a blocked field goal at the end of the game, and. We won the Super Bowl, and we won 13 straight games, and obviously it feels bad.
It does feel bad.
Like I said, it sucks to lose your first game of the year. It sucks to lose to anybody, but especially sucks to lose to the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad the Raiders took a victory lap around Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah.
Because... I love it. It's like Michael Jordan in The Last Dance, and I took that personally. I hope everybody on the Chiefs, I hope they take that personally, and I hope when we go play the Raiders in Las Vegas this year, we take a big old victory.
And it just shows you won a regular season game,
your first one in a long time against us.
Yeah,
and you're gonna really soak it in and
act like you won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but
very Raiders.
Very
Raiders.
We won't hold any grudges.
No, whatever, man.
Typical Raiders activity.
We'll see you guys in Vegas. That's all we'll say about this.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. Moving on.
Moving on, really.
We'll get him.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, I thought, played a good game.
Yeah, he just like what he said. Really, they need to get into positions. Not moving on, I guess. They need to get in positions where they can get in third and manageable instead of relying on him to make these crazy plays. And obviously Stephen A was saying that, obviously Z's just doing his job. Obviously everybody's going to rely on the quarterback. But it does seem like he has a lot of extra work that he has to put in so we can survive a little longer in these games.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was bound to happen these past couple weeks. We'll bounce back from it, though.
No, I think you're right.
I think, we still haven't played our best football, and I know how good this team is, and we know how lethal, and I don't think this is the thing. I don't think our defense and our offense have played a great game together at the same time this year. You know, I think the defense has had a good game,
Yeah.
one game, or the offense had a really good game the other. It's going to be exciting when they both click and we just start tearing the heads off of
I think we're in a rough patch. 4-1. Once we get better, it's gonna be better than 4-1. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I said it the other day. Our defense right now is kind of looking more like 2008 defense, where it's kind of like all our offense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so hopefully they can come together and figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
And our offensive line could play better.
Really? No. Oh yeah. All right game. Not a great game.
All right, game.
Going to the next tier, we have Tom Brady's Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears.
I like this game. This was a fun one. Tom Brady.
We all picked the Buccaneers to win this game.
Yes, but it doesn't hurt my soul that the Bears won this game.
No.
I'm very happy.
You find some of these games, you pick a team, but then you're watching, you're like, man, I hope this other team wins.
Yeah, you're like,
and that was this game.
Very much so. Tom Brady at the end of this game.
At the end of this game,
he had no idea that it was fourth down.
No.
Look at the look on
Arians.
You just look at the look
by
on
the way,
his face.
we all don't like Tom Brady, but then again, we really don't like what Bruce Arians said. Why would Bruce Arians say that he did know Tom Brady
clearly
did not just...
There has to be a better relationship.
The camera was right in his face. It looked. He had no. He was.
It was an immediate reaction.
Yeah,
and there's obviously
we've seen Tom Brady.
There's obviously some.
And that wasn't it, right?
There's obviously their relationship has some turbulence.
Yeah, there has to be a better relationship, in Tampa Bay
Bruce
right
and
now
Tom,
for them to actually do something.
Yep.
Funny, Nick Foles. I bet that feels good to beat Tom again consecutive times playing that dude.
They asked him about that, like the Super Bowl rematch, and he kind of shot it down. He didn't really answer it, but he feels good about it.
It feels good to beat Tom Brady, no matter who you are. Let's see here. It was a close game. I mean, they were set up. They were driving, but a mental mistake like that is obviously going to cost you a game. In the NFL. Rob Gronkowski still has not caught a touchdown pass this season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like we were talking about last week, they need to get him more involved if they want to win some ball games.
That was definitely the most involved I've seen Gronk, but then again, it was still just 3 catches. But I guess he's starting to get a little bit more involved. And then Nick Foles had a good game.
Jimmy Graham having an unbelievable one-handed catch.
That was awesome.
Oh man, might still so far. I think that's still tied with the Amari Cooper touchdown from week 1 or week 2, I believe. It was like overthrown. Dak overthrew him and he pulled it in. And then I think that catch also, just because he's a tight end, and tight ends don't normally get those one-handers, and it was a good pass.
Nice.
But it was a better catch.
It was awesome.
Good game.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right, what do we want to talk about next, boys?
Let's see. What about
we have Eagles Steelers
Colts game? The Browns Colts game. How about that?
Yeah.
That was a close affair. 23-32.
Browns still on top. Not really, not on top of anything, but you know what I mean. Still third in their division.
It's competitive out there.
But they looked good. The Phillip Rivers looked good at the beginning of this game, but at the end he kind of threw it away in some important situations. And then Baker Mayfield was throwing picks at the end of this game in important situations. And then Phillip Rivers would just throw it right back, and they couldn't capitalize on the Browns' mistakes. And that's probably why the Browns won this game.
Jarvis Landry had a pretty good day. He had 4 catches for 88 yards.
Yeah,
that's 22 yards per catch. Just those are huge chunks.
The receivers looked good. Kareem Hunt looked good. They're obviously, they don't need Nick Chubb in there. Kareem Hunt is doing a great job.
Yeah, he's holding down that running game for sure. They're a really competitive division right now. 3 of those teams could make the playoffs with the expanded playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Cleveland could make it, the Ravens could make it, and the Steelers. It could be crazy.
We'll have to see. I can't wait to see the Browns face the Steelers and the Ravens.
Yeah, that'll be
I
exciting.
think that's coming up, a Browns-Steelers game.
Did you see that OBJ catch?
I did.
That was crazy. That looked like a lag in a Madden game where the ball pops all around. That was
like something you throw your controller over.
Definitely a rage quit.
Yeah.
Not a friendly quit.
All right, good game we have here. Let's see.
That Vikings Seahawks.
Yeah, Vikings Seahawks. Yep.
That was the best game of the week in my mind, only because the Chiefs lost. Just Russell Wilson, you let him cook, man. Let that dude cook.
Yep.
He, you know,
he's just a beast. And he was saying I heard some mic'd up. He was saying on the sideline before that final drive, like, they know it. They know we're gonna go out there and do this, and they look so good. I was getting a little nervous at the end when it got down to 4th and goal, obviously, but obviously they were able to put it in and they came out on top.
they had 2 4th and 10s on that final drive, converted them both. One of them was 4th and goal. And DK Metcalf, that is a test tube type of wide receiver. That is one that you make in a lab.
Yep. Jamal Adams said he's the new Megatron.
He's
I agree with him.
6'4", he's 230 pounds. He's huge. He can jump with anybody. He's so physical. He's so fast.
To Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end.
No, man, he's ripped. He is in good shape.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh
yeah, for sure.
He's like fantasy pick number 1, and then also like
just huge
unbelievable.
build.
Yeah, just like
can catch anything.
He's crazy, and that's why he is a big reason why they won that game. Yes, Russell Wilson is he is the MVP right now, best quarterback in the league right this second. But DK Metcalf is, making a case for All-Pro, maybe wide receiver number 1 in the Pro Bowl, because he's ripping it up. But yeah, Adam Thielen had a great day too. He had 2 touchdowns for 80 yards on 9 receptions. He had a pretty nice toe tap little thing in the end zone on the left side for a touchdown late in the game. Minnesota had all the momentum in this game early, and then they gave it up, and it was like they let them drive down in this game. Mike Zimmer could have taken the field goal and made it an 8-point game.
Yep, for sure.
And then they cannot beat you.
Yeah.
They cannot beat you in that game. The best they can do is go tie, and then you play for overtime.
Yep, crazy.
That's a really, really bad decision. Really
yep.
bad decision.
Couldn't believe it.
But you can't. You just can't give Russell Wilson the ball back.
He might be having a talk with someone about that.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want from a veteran head coach. But yeah, that probably was the best game this week for sure.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It was just like nice
Russell
because
Wilson is a beast.
super entertaining the whole game. Like the Vikings, you thought they were definitely taking this game. It was they were beating them down early, and then the momentum swing was right after the half, and the Seahawks scored 21 points in the third quarter, and the Vikings didn't do anything, and that was it. They just let them right back in. Yeah, good game. I hope to see this as a playoff matchup later in the year again, because I think there's some unfinished business between these 2 teams.
Yep. Good game.
Definitely. All right.
What about the Dolphins beating the 49ers?
How about it?
43-17. I mean,
who's the only one that called that? Me. You boy.
Still wasn't enough to beat Benjamin in this week's picks.
Right. Benjamin did take this week in picks. Is that your first win?
It is.
Very congratulations.
It is.
Very nice.
Ben was 10-4, and me and Miles were 9-5.
Mediocrity.
Mediocrity.
But dude, Miami hanging up 43 on the defending NFC championships.
I mean, Ryan Fitzpatrick had 6 incomplete passes, 350 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That dude was a beast in that game. Fitz magic all the way.
Yeah, he had a 17-yard rush too. That was pretty nice.
About them benching Garoppolo after halftime. Coach was saying that he thought it was something to do with his ankle, and then Garoppolo was saying that they can think that, but he thought his ankle was fine. It seemed.
Yeah, big congrats to Jimmy for a rating of 15.
Quarterback rating of 15?
Right here.
Oh man.
The passer rating of 15.
Oh, right.
Quarterback rating of 1.4.
Oh, buddy.
Really good job, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So he 7 for 17 with 77 yards and 2 interceptions.
Oh, you can almost guarantee with a loss like this to a team like this that they will not be back in the NFC Championship.
What is up with you can't lose the Super Bowl these days. You just can't.
With how much like
with what happens
afterwards.
Let's say the 2015 Panthers.
Oh, right.
They fell off a cliff.
Last year, the 49ers obviously.
The Rams didn't. The next season they
the Rams, the Falcons still haven't bounced back. People, you can't lose the Super Bowl.
You just hope that when we make it this season, we don't lose. You know what I mean? Because we don't know what will happen after that. We don't know what it looks like. Well, we lost the Super Bowl, so we don't have. I don't know. Whatever. We're not even talking about that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just crazy game.
The defense is really missing Bosa.
No, definitely.
Sure. Obviously.
That's huge.
Yeah. Do they still have a... Go down to the defense. Let's see. What was the guy that screwed up our chances of going to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago?
D Ford.
D Ford.
I was there. I was at that game. That motherfucker.
No.
I'll always hate D Ford for that. It was right in my face. We
Sorry.
intercepted Tom Brady. We were going to the Super Bowl.
Sorry for the language, D Ford.
Sorry for the bad language.
Everybody else watching.
D Ford.
Well, if they do have him, he didn't play. But yeah, good game. I mean, do we think that this is going to be the start of something new for the Dolphins, or is this just the 49ers played terrible?
It might just be a fluke for the 49ers, for the Dolphins.
I think they're getting better every week. I think it's
Dolphins.
They've been a garbage fire for a long time.
They hung in there with Seattle.
But like I said, they're getting better each week. So if you're a Dolphins fan, it's kind of exciting. You have to see how the season ends. It's relatively still. It's like we are just past the first quarter of the season, so it's still relatively early.
Yeah.
But if they continue to win games, it's like, well, you could maybe look out for Miami next year and say they might make the playoffs, or if they still not over.
Like we said, every team in the division has a new outlook without Tom Brady.
Right,
they all have
AFC West. Yeah, it's
Ryan
totally...
Fitzpatrick also had a 17-yard run.
That's right.
He's like 37.
Wow,
pretty impressive. Good game.
Definitely.
Good ass whooping. All right, let's see. Texans won their first game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, David got the pick.
I got that one right.
We
was
were
the only
about
one
to
right
pick
on
them
that
until they won again.
I made a proclamation in that last episode saying the Texans will win this game. Will win the first game.
It's true.
And they won.
They did.
And then the Monday night game was really, really entertaining. Chargers Saints went to overtime. I thought the Chargers...
Justin Herbert just can't catch a break.
And like I said, he did hang with Drew Brees in this game. I said if he hangs with Drew Brees in this game, it's like the dude is real. The dude's for real. Justin Herbert is for real.
Yeah, he is good.
He's going to continue to get better too. So...
Yep.
This is definitely
what is the reason that they're losing these games? They're like, so with the Chiefs, they didn't have a big lead or anything, but they were in that game the whole time, and then they did have a big lead against the Buccaneers, and they had a big lead against the Saints last night. So what is going on?
I mean, defensively, they're really injured right now. They don't have a lot of their key guys, and they keep getting injured as well. So. Maybe not like on the radar per se, but their injury bug is definitely a factor in that. But Drew Brees getting his 11th overtime win. That is now the most all time for any quarterback.
Yeah, I think it was like 12 or 13. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, I believe he passed Tom Brady or broke Tom Brady's record. But that's crazy.
He holds just a lot of. I don't know if it's just about everyone, but it.
Passing
might
records,
as well be, yeah.
And just a lot of records in general surrounding the quarterback for sure.
Yeah, but then again, and then other side of the ball, what's up with these Saints not looking too great, getting off to slow starts? Sometimes they can't finish. I was surprised they did finish last night. What's up with that?
It was I liked it. It was a fun game. Good. I don't know why I realized this. I didn't. I know this, but. Drew Brees playing his former team, it just didn't register till like into the third quarter. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He played for the Chargers just because of the rebrand.
I was at a Chiefs-Chargers game when I was little when he was still on the team. A very rainy, muddy game.
That is
LT.
That is how
as well.
That is how old Drew Brees is, and how he's almost like gotten better and better and better and better with age. But this year he seems a little more pedestrian than in the past couple of years. But I still think they can turn the ship around? Like we said, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. Can the New Orleans Saints break out of their funk? And I do believe they can. And, you know, they're a good team, and they're at home. They're a good team at home always. You know, going into New Orleans is a tough thing, and we're going to be doing that this season. So,
how about the
tonight?
Did we talk about that?
we did not. No.
Bills Titans. Bills got the shit kicked out of them.
Ben got that game right. Me and David did not. We picked the Bills, and they got.
That was really a flip of the coin, but obviously, not. It obviously was not a very even matched game.
Like we thought.
No.
Oh man. Tannehill, like lethal,
he
lethal accuracy. Game. You know, 21 of 28.
And he always throws for like, you know, he doesn't throw for like 300, 400 yards a game, but he's deadly accurate. And then obviously Derrick Henry running up a storm. Only had 57 yards in this one, but holy hell, that hit that he had on Josh Norman. Not even a hit, it was like just lifted him basically, just like lifted him to a different dimension.
It makes you think, like, maybe if he was injured last season in the AFC Championship game and they just didn't disclose anything or say anything, because you know, in all these other games, it seems you know he's rushing and he's running over these defenses. So definitely not someone I want to see in the playoffs again. I didn't want to see him last year. I didn't want to see the Titans, but we did. We beat them. I always want to see like someone like the Colts or the Bills that are kind of relatively snake bitten.
Yeah, I think they are going to do well this whole season.
Yeah,
I think they'll only lose maybe 3-4 games.
And we got Buffalo next, so like looking at it, it might be.
They're coming off a bad loss, makes me nervous, but I think we can handle them.
I think the Bills can win the division.
Yeah,
I think the Chiefs will win that game. Don't you guys think?
The Bills game?
Oh yeah.
I think the Chiefs are going to win every game. It just is a shocker when they don't. So
yeah.
This week's a shocking week because I fully expected them to kick the Raiders' ass.
Any more games we want to talk about?
I don't think so. It was a really entertaining week, and I think that Seahawks game was a nice end of the week just because I wasn't satisfied with how the Chiefs game ended, and then that was a nice game to kind of wrap it up.
Do we want to do our new segment?
Yeah, let's do some hot takes.
First hot takes.
Everybody give a hot take.
Yeah.
Elaborate if they so choose. Who's going first?
I'll let Ben go first. I still kind of got to think of my hot take.
I wanted mine to really be Bills who will come up on top of the Patriots, but it's looking like that might not be as hot of a take as it was, 5 weeks ago. So I'm gonna pass it to David while I think of a new one.
Whoa. Well, I'm gonna say that the Titans. Well, let's put it this way: if the Chiefs aren't the team that represents the AFC in the Super Bowl this year, I think it's going to be the Titans. They, just watching them, they look like they might as well be wearing red because they look like the Chiefs last year, man. And they look awesome. They look great. Derrick Henry is a monster, and he runs over everybody, and he's such a threat. And then, like we were just saying, Ryan Tannehill throws those deadly accurate passes. So like I said, I totally think if we're somehow not there, I totally think the Titans can be the team that is there for the AFC.
I think someone's going to sign Antonio Brown this year.
Hot take. That is a hot take.
I think someone's going to sign Antonio Brown this season. I don't know why. It's a hot take. I'm throwing it out there. I mean, this is the first time we've done this segment, so why not?
No, that's the point. That is the point, people.
He is a controversial figure in the NFL for sure. But nonetheless, very effective.
We'll take him. We'll take him for 2 weeks while Sammy Watkins deals with his hamstring.
How about you, Ben? What is your hot take?
I think my hot take is just that the Packers won't lose a game until the Super Bowl. Because I really think that they are an unstoppable force right now.
I like it.
That's a good...
I said a couple weeks ago that they will lose their first game on November 29th in Lambeau Field. Against the Chicago Bears on let's see, is it Sunday or Monday Night Football? It is a night game. Yeah, that is Sunday Night Football. So
that's a disagree.
So no, I'm disagreeing with you there, Ben.
Okay.
They are going to win their next like 5-6 games, but they're going to lose to the Bears, and that'll be their first.
Could they have another 15-1 season?
No, they're going to lose another game too. I just don't know who it is against.
All right.
They do play the Bucs here soon, so that'll be definitely a competitive game. I said it a couple weeks ago that this is their third matchup, Brady and Rodgers, and they're both going to want to. They're both going to want to get the upper hand in that battle because it's tied.
I'm really excited for the Packers and the Titans play each other at the end of this year.
At the end,
that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
You don't see that matchup, the Packers and the Titans.
Well,
they're on opposite conferences.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one.
We hope it's not the Super Bowl matchup, obviously, because the Chiefs are going to go back to back this year.
Yeah.
So.
Back to back to back to back to
and
back.
that is not a hot take. The Chiefs going back to back is not a hot take.
No,
that is to be expected.
Common sense.
That's to be expected.
Dave, you want to pull up our picks? I know we already know that.
Yeah, I have.
I'm the winner.
I have everybody's losses and stuff. So let's see. So everybody got all three of us got the Kansas City versus Las Vegas game wrong, obviously. We also all got the Tampa Bay versus Chicago game wrong. And then the other individual ones that we got wrong, I got the Dallas versus the Giants one wrong. And the... oh, wait, no. I got that one right. I'm looking at the wrong one. This is Miles, my friends. Miles got Dallas versus New York wrong. Tennessee versus Buffalo wrong. And Jacksonville versus Houston wrong, along with the KC and Tampa Bay game. And then, in addition to those games, I got the Indianapolis-Cleveland game wrong, the Miami-San Francisco game wrong, the Tennessee-Buffalo game wrong. And then to Ben only got 4 wrong. Ben got the Tampa Bay wrong, of course, the KC one. And then he also guessed that the 49ers would beat the Dolphins. And he also guessed that the Giants would beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, so we are all losers, but I lost the least.
He lost the least. And so now, doesn't change anything in the official standings. I believe I'm still in the lead, but it's close.
It's getting closer.
It's getting real close.
Before we end this week off, I have to say some stats that I thought were really interesting. Some crazy, some interesting. Chase Claypool, Steelers, first rookie with 3 receiving touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown in a game. I thought that was really interesting. You'd think it'd be more common almost, but, good for him. Carson Wentz has at least two in this past week. At least 1 interception every game.
Crazy.
That is. Derek Carr had the most passing yards a Raider ever had in Arrowhead.
I don't like that statistic.
Yeah, no one really does.
Better him than any other effing Raider.
Yeah. And lastly, this is probably the most shocking. Seahawks are 5-0 for the first time in franchise history.
Seriously.
I would have thought that they had done that before.
2013, 2014.
Right, yeah.
Good teams those years.
All right, those are my stats. Anyway, let's get into week 6 here, guys. What do we want to start off with? Obviously,
we want to do picks?
Yeah, let's do it. So, Texans.
I'm going to get every game right this week.
Oh, wait. One last thing from
Babe Ruth.
Calling my shot.
We forgot about something. One last thing from week 5. So, our worst and best players.
Let me see. My best player of the week. I'm going to go with...
I will give it to Chase Claypool because of the statistics I said, and I will give the worst to Carson Wentz because of the statistic I said. Not that Carson Wentz specifically had a bad game this week, but more specifically just 5 weeks and you have an interception every game. It's got to stop 1 week. Because it wasn't this week, I'm going to give you the worst player.
Worst of the week this week goes to Tom Brady. You have the most experience of
After
any,
being
you have the most
rewarded a
experience
best player
of
last
any
week.
quarterback in the NFL of all time, and you forget what down it is. unexcusable for me. So that gives him the worst in my mind for the week. The best, hard to argue with your Chase Claypool pick because that's the first time that's ever happened. But I am going to go with Lamar Jackson. Even though he had a relatively pedestrian week, he didn't do it with his legs. He did it with his arm, and he had 3 touchdown passes against it's not a very scary team, the Cincinnati Bengals, but they definitely
killed the Bengals.
I know he had a good week. I mean, he ripped them apart, and they're bouncing back, and they're going to be a scary team to look out for sure. I know they've upped us in the power rankings just because of this loss to the Raiders, so we'll be looking to
hot take
to adjust that.
You said he was your worst player?
Best player.
Oh, okay. Man, I was thinking that whole time you said he was your worst.
I gave Brady my worst.
I was like, hot take.
I gave Lamar the best.
I was like,
whoa.
What? I think my best player is, I hate to go obvious, but I'm going to give it to Russell Wilson. That last drive was amazing. And he's not a player, but I just dislike him so much. Adam Gase, for the head coach of the New York Jets. And I'm going to bring this up every week until he gets fired. That dude, he worked for the Broncos with Peyton Manning for a little bit, and I think that they thought that that was the reason that Peyton Manning was still good, because he had Adam Gase, and that was just not the case for Adam Gase. And they need a new coach in New York, or they're gonna suck for years to come.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
I believe he'll be fired by the end of this year.
All right. Excellent week 5. Let's never talk about it again.
Yes.
Going into week 6, Texans-Titans. I am going to give it to the Titans. I feel like this is an obvious one.
Titans. I'm going to go with the Titans, too. It's an obvious one.
Texans-Titans. I'm going to go with the Titans. It's an obvious one.
All right. Ravens-Eagles. I will give it to the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
I'm going to go Ravens.
Falcons-Vikings.
Come on.
Vikings.
I ain't picking them Falcons. Vikings.
Someone here has to think that the Browns have a chance of beating the Steelers.
I am going to pick the Browns.
Miles picks the Browns. David, do you think that?
I think the Steelers look really good, and
well, I will say that I do think that.
I think the Steelers are going to win.
You're going to go with the Browns, too?
I am going with the Browns.
Right, me and Ben are going with the Browns.
I think OBJ is finally finding something with Baker Mayfield, and I think it's just going to end up being deadly. Kareem Hunt, too. Oh, yeah. Bengals-Colts.
Bengals.
I will give it to Bengals.
The Colts. The Bengals are going to win 3 games this year, and this is not going to be. This is not going to be one of them.
I'm going with the Bengals.
I do not think Phillip Rivers has found his home, and I think it's going to crash and burn where he is right now.
They just only have their second loss. Okay.
I don't care. Lions-Jaguars.
The Lions.
Yeah. Lions. Oh, yeah.
Both teams are not looking great, so this was actually a tough one.
It is a little coin
I'm going
toss,
with the
I'll be
Lions
honest.
because I like the Lions.
I like
Yeah,
Matthew
who
Stafford.
doesn't? Come on. Bears-Panthers.
Bears.
Yeah, I think the Bears.
Bears.
Win.
That's also a hard one. I'm going to go with the Panthers.
Me and Dave were talking about this one. Washington Giants.
Hard
Washington football team. We
Tough
have to
one.
say.
I'm going to go with the Giants, even though they let me down this last week against the Cowboys.
I also think the Giants.
They looked really good. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit and say Washington.
Always nice. And this Broncos-Patriots game was supposed to be played this last week, and I believe we already picked this game.
Yeah.
But we can do it. We can.
I think I picked the Patriots.
I believe I picked the Patriots.
And I believe
we
I
all
picked the
picked
Patriots.
Okay.
Jets-Dolphins.
Dolphins. The Dolphins are playing better each week, and I don't, until they show me the Jets suck.
The Dolphins and Adam Gase is a terrible coach.
And furthermore,
Yeah, I think it'll be the Dolphins.
maybe the game of the week, ladies and gentlemen, Packers-Buccaneers.
Maybe a shootout.
Tough one. I'm going Packers.
I'm going Green Bay as well. I don't like Tom Brady. And I think this loss is going to add more fuel to the fire with, Bruce Arians, and their relationship's going to get even more turbulent.
I know we have similar picks, but I cannot give it to the Buccaneers over the Packers right now.
I wouldn't blame you.
Rams-49ers.
So you got a California matchup. Yeah.
Something's going on with the 49ers. I'm going Rams.
Rams look better.
Yeah, I'll say Rams. We're picking the Chiefs over the Bills.
Chiefs.
Okay, Cardinals, Cowboys. I know who I'm picking.
Who are you picking?
You know, maybe I don't know who I'm picking. Who are you guys picking?
Who are you picking, Ben?
Ben, who are you picking?
I'll pick the goddamn Cardinals. No, I think the Cowboys will win this game.
Okay,
So who,
Cowboys?
final answer. Who is it?
It's the Cowboys.
Okay.
All right,
What
I'm
about-
going Cardinals.
I will also go Cardinals.
Yes.
I don't know.
Alright.
Okay, you go. Yes. Yeah. Emmett Smith played for the Cardinals and the Cowboys.
Yes.
Yes. Fun fact.
All right.
That is all.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching this week. We're Gridiron 816. Anything else we want to add on today?
Nah. Everyone enjoy the rest of their week.
All right.
Please and thank you.
All right. Thank you guys. Great or bad Raiders week, but
Whatever.
Yeah,
man.
we got another one.
We'll bounce back.
We got another one. That's right.
All right. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.